Hey everybody, it's Stock Picks by Tim, and I want to talk about CleanSpark in this video. I want to go over their earnings and my thoughts and also my expectations. And I also want to talk about the day we had. It was actually a really crazy day. We were up 11% on the day. After hours, we were just sideways, and then we dropped down to $6. That's 609 right there. And that was about a 9% drop. So it looked like it almost took everything back that we gained the day. But I was watching this in real time, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? And sure enough, it all just got bought back up. Looks like just algorithmic trading or something. But one thing you'll notice here is the February 11th. We're having our earnings report, and let's go over the charts first, and then I'm going to go over the earnings and some calculations of what I think the revenue is going to be looking like. Now looking at the chart here, you'll see we did break our $7 long-term support. We haven't tested this level in a long time. However, we did just break under it, and now we're trying to recover and break it. We need to break that $7 level and have it flip and become our support again. Right now, it may be our resistance. Now, we did test this $550 level twice. I don't think we're going to test it again, honestly, unless Bitcoin just drops dramatically or just the overall market does really badly. Another thing you have to watch out for is earnings this week is going to be a huge week. We've got the likes of Google reporting. We've got Meta or Facebook, a lot of tech reporting. So if those do good, it's also likely that Bitcoin will do good. Therefore, CleanSpark can do good as well because it's all right now seen as a risk on asset. And when tech does do decent, Bitcoin does decent as well. And that's just how it's been trading lately, at least. So that's one thing to consider. Looking at CleanSpark, we are holding over the 21-day EMA still, so that's a good sign. However, we are coming back from overbought on the RSI. It may have to cool down just a little bit before we get our next leg up. However, I'm more than happy to continue to buy at this price. I absolutely love buying in this zone. To me, I'm very long-term on CleanSpark, and I just see it as a great place to continue to buy. Bitcoin lately has been doing pretty decent. And you will see that we've been getting higher lows, at least, somewhat recently. We have been getting higher lows, so it is good to see that, and that's a positive thing for Bitcoin. Next up, I want to just go over quickly where they're at right now, and then just kind of give you my idea for a calculation of what I think the revenue is going to be. Now, first off, it was announced a few days ago that we're at 10 Bitcoin a day at 2 exahash, so that let's just say an average of 8 Bitcoin per day reported in our last quarter here. And one thing though, one quote real quick before I go to the calculation is that Zach Bradford does say we have more capacity coming in terms of both machines and access to additional energy. And that is actually very good. And he also finishes with, in fact, we believe we are one of the most efficient miners in terms of hash rate per megawatt, and we are on track to maintain that. And this is very good because with Bitcoin mining, it is a very competitive space, and as more miners enter, the difficulty level becomes harder and harder. So if you're not growing, like I've said before, if you're not growing, you're regressing. So it is good to see CleanSpark is going to continue to grow their exahash rate. And let's get to my projection on the revenue here. So I came up with, and this is just the revenue. This isn't going to be, I don't think they're going to be yet profitable, but this is what I think their revenue is going to be, roughly 31,200,000. And this is how I got this number, all right? And I'm just kind of going to give you some ballpark estimates here, but this is going to be my guess. So let's just say 8 Bitcoin average for that quarter. Okay, so 8 Bitcoin average. They said they're at 10 now, but let's just say 8. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. So 8 times the cost of Bitcoin. Let's just be conservative and say 35,000. All right, if it does drop a little bit, this video might age a little bit better. So let's just say 35,000, and that leaves us with 280,000, and that is per day. All right, so now you're going to multiply that by 30 days in a month. Now we're looking at, from 30 days in a month, we're looking at 8,400,000. Times that by 3 months in a quarter, you're looking at 25,200,000. So now we have the 25,200,000 plus 6 million in energy revenue. So for the energy side of the business, let's just say it's flat again at 6 million. I believe that's what it is at. And let's go with that. So we're looking at the 31,200,000. And just to see if this is a reasonable number in comparison to their growth over time, let's just look at that real quick. And looking at the revenue, the growth has been consistent quarter over quarter, so I don't think it's unreasonable to say that they're going to be roughly at least 31, 32 million, if not far more. So that's just my projection. Now be aware that they are likely to be still operating at a loss, although they are getting closer and closer to becoming a profitable company. And when that happens, there are going to be a lot of investors planning to enter, because that's one thing that a lot of people will avoid, is just they don't want to touch a company that's not yet profitable. But that's basically it for you. That is my guess. I do think that's pretty reasonable. I do think it's reasonable, and I think I'm pretty conservative with that estimate. So be aware that they are mining Bitcoin at a $5,000 to $6,000 difficulty level. On their Bitcoin side of things, they are massively profitable. When you're comparing cost per Bitcoin mined, they are definitely profitable there. However, overall, this company isn't profitable yet. But that's basically all I got for you. Just a quick update on CleanSpark. Stay tuned for their earnings. It is coming up February 11, so put that down on your calendar. And if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the notification bells so you can stay tuned when I put my next video out. Thanks as always, guys, and I will see you next time.